Welcome back to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel, two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler, all-pro record-breaking cornerback, and the last cornerback to intercept 50 interceptions during the 16-game season era. Sunday Night Vibes. How are we doing out there tonight? Man, it was a long day. A lot of games that is being played tonight. Let me say that again. A lot of games being played this weekend. But how we doing, man? How we doing? Sunday Night Vibes, man. We got a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all talk to us. You know we talk back, man. Let me bring on my co-host for the night, which is 2-3 Drees. How are you doing,
What's
baby?
up?
How we
Mr.
doing? I know
Pick
you was out there watching the Eagles take care of business like they know they need to do. You know,
They definitely need to do that. They definitely need to do that, man.
Yes, sir, man. They did a good job tonight, man. It was some good games, man. You know, one thing I'm seeing in NFL this season, man, this year, there's like a big difference, right? There's about 6 elite teams, right? About 6, maybe 7, maybe 8 elite teams. And then there's a big fall off after that. Not too many teams playing good football these days. You know, it's about 6 to 7 to 8 elite teams, I'd say, man. Just me thinking right off the top of my head, man. But the night was a good game. I can't lie to y'all, man. How did y'all feel about tonight's game? Tonight was a really good game tonight, man. 2 elite quarterbacks going head to head. That was a good game. Jordan Love versus Aaron Rodgers. And Jordan Love outshined Rodgers tonight by a long shot. Got to give Jordan Love his credit, man. He outshined Aaron Rodgers, man, the future Hall of Famer, the Super Bowl winner. He outshined him tonight, man, the ex-Green Bay Packer, man. So, man, that's a plus for the NFL. One of the young gunners getting it done out there on the football field. Some elite quarterback play going back and forth.
It was a chance for Aaron. It was a chance for Aaron Rodgers to beat all 32 teams today, to beat his old team, but he didn't get a chance to get it done. So
he didn't get it done.
Stuck at 31.
He didn't get it done. He didn't get it done, man. He couldn't get it done, man. The Packers beat the Steelers down. They beat them down 35-25. Aaron Rodgers scored 7 points, trying to come back at the last minute, but take those 7 points away. Steelers only have 18, but whatever. 35-25. Jordan Love and the Packers took care of business, man. Aaron Rodgers tried to will his team back. He tried. He was trying his hardest. But it was a little too late. He did so a little too late. Man, the Packers. Can you see this? 45 yards of total offense. Compared to the Steelers, 295 yards on offense. Dang. Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love had 0 turnovers against the Steelers, 1 turnover. Got to win the turnover battle if you want to win in the NFL, man. 22 first downs. Woo! A big number again. I think we've seen that from the Bengals game, if I remember correctly. 22 first downs again, huh? Wasn't that 18 in the first half, but 22 first downs against 16.
Yeah, the difference between that game and this game, the Green Bay Packers, it took them to the second half for them to catch fire because the first half, they wasn't really moving the ball. They only scored 7 points in the first half, but that second half, they came back at a halftime. It was a whole new team out there for Green Bay. They moved the ball, scored on every possession after halftime, like 5 straight possessions. So they did something at halftime, made some adjustments, and you've seen a big difference.
Yeah, for sure, man. Overall, man, as you can see, pretty much Green Bay won in pretty much all the categories. You need to win in to get a victory in the NFL, man. And tonight was the show. This was pretty much Jordan Love's show. Jordan Love put on the clinic. He put on the clinic against the Steelers. Clap it up for Jordan Love, man.
Shout out to Jordan Love.
His fundamentals, everything looked in place, intact. It looked like how it needed to look tonight, man. He was just picking the Steelers secondary apart. He even threw less than usual balls up for grab. Those 50-50 balls that I'm talking about. And then he had 20 straight completions That's hard to achieve. And Jordan Love did that against the Steelers. You know, like I said, man, Jordan Love passed for a whopping 360 yards passing a day with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers,
0 sacks.
0 sacks. And to top it off, 20 straight completions. Man, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense has to live with that for the rest of their life, man. They had 20 straight completions on them. No one has done that in I don't know how many years. It's been a long time.
Since Brett Favre.
Since Brett Favre.
with Green Bay Packers.
Aaron Rodgers. 20 years ago or something like that. 25 years ago.
Aaron Rodgers never did that with the Green Bay Packers. So he came in there and beat Aaron Rodgers, beating all his stats they had with Green Bay.
Yeah, man, for sure. But the Steelers, man, the Steelers secondary, they were better tonight. They were better tonight against the Packers compared to last week against Jamar Chase. So I give them a little credit. They were a little better. Jordan Love is going to put your secondary to the test every week. He's going to try you throwing those 50-50 passes. DBs have to be ready to make a play. If they are not, those passes will come over and over and over and over again till you make a play. And on that pass interference, man, you know, a pass interference is just as good as a catch. So
for sure,
either you make a play or you continue to get passes coming at you left and right. And a pass interference won't stop those passes from coming. And everything was going good for the Steelers secondary against Jordan Love, man. And his 50-50 balls, those 50-50 passes, until Tucker Kraft was able to track down one of those passes, man. He went and tracked it down. Tucker Kraft couldn't be stopped the rest of the night after that. After he tracked down that 59-yard pass, boy. Hey, Tucker Kraft gave the Steelers the business, boy. Just the same way Jamar Chase did. Just the same way Jamar Chase took over the game for Joe Flacco and the Bengals. That was the new Jamar Chase, Tucker Kraft. But he plays tight end.
Yeah, they got the memo. They got the memo over there in Green Bay with it tight end day. They made sure they fed the tight end today. He had 7 catches for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Take a crap at a day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was impressive, man. And to watch him move around and watch his athletic ability, man, he is really an elite athlete right now, man. A tight end for the Green Bay Packers. He is absolutely a weapon to be reckoned with. He wasn't on my radar, but I understand he's been killing it. All season. He's been doing the same thing all season, man. And if you understand football and understand athletes and with athleticism, right? You can see, man, Tucker Kraft, man. Woo! He's going to be something to deal with. Jordan Love to Tucker Kraft for years to come. We hear that over and over for years to come. You know, and you have to understand, man, playing against Jordan Love, you know, somebody eventually will make a play. Just the same way Tucker Kraft did. And man, you just have to stop it, man. And you just have to expect that, though. You have to expect that as a DB, right? That plays in the secondary. You have to expect a few of those passes to be completed. Maybe 1, maybe 2, but not too many. Now, you know, you don't want to take it too far. You just expect 1 or 2. Then you have to make a play. You know, to counteract all that foolishness, they just throwing the ball up and want to give his receivers an opportunity to make a play. You got to counteract that mess, man. And for a defensive back, man, y'all understand when we in press coverage, our backs are to the quarterback. So he understands that we can't see the football. So that's an easy decision for him to be able to throw the football up and understand that we don't see the football. And the chances of us coming down with it is slim to none compared to the wide receiver. And the Packers force on defense, man, the Packers, you know, they balling. They forced 4 field goals. And 3 of those field goals were plus 50 yards. You know, that's good defense. And the other field goal was 48 yards. They were barely making it past the middle of the field against Aaron Rodgers. That's a big deal. You know, they didn't only make it hard for the Steelers to score. It was hard for the Steelers to move the ball past the middle of the field. And if Keyshawn Nixon, if he doesn't get called on that pass interference towards the towards the end zone, towards the red zone, Pittsburgh would have another field goal instead of 7 points. That pass interference had a lot to do with Aaron Rodgers scoring before they scored towards the end of the game. They was going to have to kick another field goal.
Yeah,
that's how good the Green Bay Packers was balling on defense today.
You see, Michael Parsons out there was moving.
Oh man, Michael Parsons
put him in different positions. He coming right after the quarterback, putting that pressure on Aaron Rodgers, collapsing the pocket.
Woo! The Packers are getting their money's worth out of Michael Parsons, man. His speed, like alone, is just too much for the offensive lineman to deal with. When Michael Parsons lined up like he was a linebacker or at the linebacker position, Aaron Rodgers could see him directly in front of him. Man, that was making Aaron Rodgers nervous, boy. He was nervous as heck, boy. He tried to play with more patience in the pocket during the second half, but he got sacked again. And after Michael Parsons calls that sack on the first third down of the game for the Packers, Aaron Rodgers wasn't taking any chances on third down anymore after that, boy. He was scared to hold the football and make his normal reads. He was scared after that. He threw a 5-yard pass on a 3rd and 13 following third down. He threw a 5-yard pass on 3rd and 13.
He felt that heat coming, man.
He felt that heat.
He felt that heat get out the kitchen.
On his mind. Michael Parsons had Aaron Rodgers terrified for the rest of the game after that first sack. I don't know. It was something that happened during that first sack that just got Aaron Rodgers off his game, man. It was like Michael Parsons was in the front of his mind, man. When he called the play, it was whatever the play was, Michael Parsons. That's how much he was on his mind, you know? And he couldn't run a pass play without identifying where Michael Parsons was. He couldn't identify. I mean, he couldn't run a play. He had to identify Michael Parsons before he said hut. He need to identify where he's at first, then I'll be comfortable running my play.
Right.
And like I said, he tried to play with more patience in the pocket during the second half. But again, it led to more sacks and quarterback pressures. Rodgers couldn't get his mind off of Michael, man. You could see how antsy his feet was towards the end of the game, just moving around for nothing. He was, as a quarterback, you want to keep your feet moving to be able to complete those passes. But you can see, man, he was moving his feet unwillingly. Like, it was like, man, I got to hurry up and make a decision because I know something's about to happen. Let me hurry up and get this ball out of my hand, man. Man. I could sense that fear, boy. And I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is going to get to the podium somewhere and talk about Michael Parsons and the effect Michael Parsons had on him because it was loud. It was clear as day. Anyone could see that, boy. Michael Parsons, the Packers are getting their money's worth out of him, man. Who did I pick in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl? The Eagles? Hey, the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl. But they're going to have to beat these Packers, man. They're going to beat these Packers. Now, it's a different Packers than we used to seeing in the past, man. Usually, the Packers have a really good offense, do some really good things on offense as far as passing the ball and running that West Coast style offense. But they would always be terrible on defense. Can't stop the run. Can't defend the pass. Now, all that has changed. They have Michael Parsons getting pressure on the quarterback. The secondary with McKinney and Nixon, they are balling. They are locking down. It is hard for you to get completions on the secondary compared to the pass. And stopping the run, doing a good job of that. All around, the Packers are now a good team. They are something to deal with. And they will be in the playoffs towards the end of the playoffs right before the Super Bowl. So expect that. Expect that for sure, man. Shout out to the Packers and everybody who was a Packers fan. And Yeah, man. Y'all got
Packers
y'all something. Y'all got y'all a franchise quarterback, an elite playing quarterback, someone that's possibly going to be a Hall of Famer one day. So, hey, man, we'll see.
And the thing with the Packers, man, today they did a lot of scoring, and it was able to like let the pass rush do their thing because the game wasn't really close. But also with the Packers offense, they don't have like that number one wide receiver they always go to. It could be one day Dobbs got 100 yards, the next day Tucker Kraft got 100 yards. They don't really have that one person, and they always mix it up. So you never know with the Packers.
Right.
But they move the ball. They definitely move the ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We got the Cowboys versus the Broncos, man. The Cowboys, man. The Cowboys, Cowgirls, what we like to call them, man. You know, it's still competition with me, man. In NFC East, man. It's still in my blood, man. You know, you got the Giants and then you got the Cowboys, man. Of course, the Commanders is in the NFC East, but we're not used to having to compete against the Commanders or Commanders being a team or being an issue in the NFC East, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cowboys, man, how did they do today? What do y'all think about the Cowboys? And I think they fought hard, man. I think they did all right for a little while. They fought hard.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the Broncos pass rush. That pass rush was the deciding factor to beating the Cowboys. The Cowboys lost 44-24. Woo! Cowboys lost 44-24. Broncos sealed the deal, man. A lot of yards, man, on both teams from the offense, man. From the offense side of the football. Cowboys ended the game with 339 yards total offense. The Broncos, 426 yards total offense. 2 turnovers for the Cowboys. You know, Dak Prescott made some key errors in the game, and one that was more pertinent to the game towards the end of the game, that he threw an interception, and then the Broncos drove the ball all the way down the football field to get a touchdown. That was a big fact. That had a lot to do with the game, man. But overall, Dak Prescott did a good job. Penalties, first downs, all those good stuff.
Wait. Dak Prescott did a good job overall?
I think he was okay, man. I think he was okay in this game. I don't think he was bad. Those 2 interceptions, they were very costly, but I think that Prescott played pretty good. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Minus the 2 turnovers. We're going to get into it. Yeah, we can debate this out, man.
I think this is probably his worst game of the season.
Huh?
I think this is probably his worst game of the season.
No, man, I don't know. If you're just looking at the 2 interceptions and think, yes, this was the worst game of the season, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. We have to break down the stats. But like I said, man, Dak Prescott, I think he did a pretty good job. Like I said, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. You know what I mean? But the problem was, and this is what you may not have seen or realized, the defense just totally sucks. For the Cowboys. That's the problem. Dak Prescott was doing pretty good, but you can't do everything, especially when your defense just totally sucks.
That's not nothing new. That's been like that for the past 8 weeks. We've been seeing the Cowboys defense giving up only points.
It's worse than it's ever been. Trayvon Diggs is down. A lot of people are hurt, and it's no one to replace these players. Bo Nix was basically playing 7-on-7 out there against the Dallas defense today. It was simple as that. He was playing 7-on-7. That's how easy it was for him to make passes, to complete passes against Dallas defense today. I think the instructions for the Cowboys were to let the receivers catch the pass, and then we are supposed to tackle them. Not make a play. Because if we make a play before the receiver catch a pass, we're going to get benched. Coach is going to bench us. So we're not allowed to make any plays. We're just going to play 7-on-7 and don't compete for the football. That's what it looked like today for Bo Nix and passing to his receivers against the Cowboys secondary. And if you're a backup and your opportunity was and you had the opportunity today to show up and start for the Cowboys, man, today was a wasted opportunity. Today was a wasted opportunity, man, for anyone in the secondary who was a backup and was trying to make a name for themselves. They were scared to make a play. They didn't even try to compete for any passes today. It was like Bo Nix just had his way.
That's honestly how Bland made a name for himself. When Trayvon Diggs first went down, Bland got in the game and he started making interceptions and he started starting. He got his contract and all that stuff. But that's how he made a name for himself.
Yeah, he was the nickelback first. The same thing for myself. You know, one cornerback went down and I started moving up the chart. I always talk about that. In life, period, you have to seize the moment. You have to seize that moment. If you don't seize the moment, man, hey, it's gonna be crazy, man. You're gonna look back and regret those times.
I don't care who was in the game on the defense for the Cowboys. The whole season, the Cowboys defense been giving up 30+ points, except for against the Reds. I'm gonna say the Redskins against the Commanders last week. But other than that, they've been giving up 30 points a game every game. So it wasn't nothing different to me when that defense I've been seeing that all year long.
Yeah. You got a point. You win in that department. You got a point. But I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at today's game like it's just a new game, and I'm waiting to see these DBs or someone compete. Someone try to make a play, try to win the game, do something. You know what I mean? Don't just sit there and just take it. You know, do something about it. Like it's crazy. That's like I get in game mode, huh?
I said that's why they was talking that Dak MVP stuff, because he was having to compete with the defense, outshooting the offense. Outshooting the other offense, keep putting to put up 30 points himself. But today he wasn't able to put up much yards as he normally do. So I'm like, this is the worst game he had. Well, you know, like all the other games, he averaging like 250 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. But today he didn't get 200 yards. He threw 2 interceptions. I feel like this is his worst game he had all season because he's been putting up numbers.
Okay. I agree with you. Okay. He had a below average game today. All right. A below average game today. But compared
to himself too. Not comparing to nothing else. Right. Compared to himself, what he did the rest of the season.
Compared to what he's been doing. All right. I give it to you. But but since, you know, Dak is fully healthy, you know, and let me say, Dak is fully healthy and was playing good on an MVP level before today. You know, Drees. He was playing good on an MVP level before today. You know, but like I said, he can't get any help from his defense. So he's not going to win too many games. It's tough to win if you can't get any help for this defense. You know, but he was I really feel like, minus those interceptions, he was really making things happen, man. And you have to understand the type of pressure he was under dealing with the Broncos defense and that pass rush. That pass rush for the Broncos is relentless. And Dak Prescott was under duress all night. They was stressing him out. The pressure was crazy. And like I said, Dak with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, they are hard to stop, but those are pretty much all Dallas has to offer, but on both sides of the football. And if the defense can do anything, that could be a little more competitive, man, for the Cowboys.
For sure.
You know? But hey, I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard right now the way that defense look. I don't know how. They was winning, though. They won a couple games before the day. Just got to understand the Broncos on defense. I'm not going to give the Broncos any credit on offense. Y'all know how I feel.
Bo Nix still can't no credit.
Y'all know how I feel about
Bo Nix scored 33. Bo Nix scored 33 last week in the fourth quarter. Now this week he put up 44. He still can't get no credit.
Yeah, everybody is just looking at the stats. I'm really evaluating the game, man. But
he said Bo Nix get nothing. He get nothing.
I just feel like, man, that in this game, man, he was doing all he could possibly do to try to win against the Broncos, against that relentless pass rush. You know what I mean? And he was trying to come back. But the second interception for that was the most damaging to the Cowboys for a chance to win. But I'm going to remind y'all, like I said, let me remind y'all when we're talking about the Broncos, how much longer will it be before Bo Nix or before Sean Payton is sick of Bo Nix? How much longer will it be, y'all? Nah, I'm just messing, man. Bo Nix, man, he played a pretty good game today, man. He played a pretty good game.
They got what, they on a 4-game winning streak or something like that? The Broncos?
Yeah, man, 4-game winning streak. And Bo Nix is lighting it up in the fourth quarter. Got to give him his credit. But in this game against the Cowboys, I'm just telling you, me watching the game, it wasn't much of a challenge, but he had a good game. It wasn't much of a challenge at all. The Cowboys secondary, they wasn't challenging anything. Pretty much. They wasn't challenging anything. But let's get to these stats real quick. Dak Prescott, 19-31, 188 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And Bo Nix, man, 19 for 29, 247 yards with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. So Bo Nix did outplay Dak Prescott in this game. But like I said, man, when Bo Nix, man, threw an interception early in the game, I thought it was about to be one of those days for Bo Nix. Like, he was about to struggle. He threw that first interception. He threw that pass right to the cornerback. You had me scratching my head. Like, what is Bo Nix doing? So my expectations for him after that play kind of lowered a little bit during the game. But he started balling and making plays and doing everything he needed to do to help his team win, man, And like I said, the rest of the night was just too easy for Bo Nix, man. His passes were barely contested. Receivers had 5 yards of separation against the secondary on most of Bo Nix passes, and everything was just handed on him on the silver platter. Here you go, Bo Nix. Pick us apart. Do what you need to do. And I know Jerry Jones can't wait to get to the draft, boy. He need a whole new secondary. No, they have 2 first-rounders in the
they got their
first-round picks in the draft, boy. Jerry Jones better use those picks wisely, man, on that defense. They better go all towards the defense. And y'all seen Joe Milton out there? It's Joe Milton sighting. Teams who desperately need a quarterback, but they better take a long look at Joe Milton, man. I always talk highly of Joe Milton. He's still young and he got a rocket for an arm.
Definitely got a rocket.
I know Aaron Glenn is having some trouble up there in New York figuring out his quarterback situation. He probably tired of trusting us brothers, but he probably thinking it's time to go another route and add a non-brother to the quarterback. But
because of Justin Fields? Justin Fields? It's all his fault?
Fields and Tyrod Taylor, man. Both of us, man. It's like, what are we doing with these boys, man? They can't get right, man. They can't get right to save their life, man. How we doing out there, chat? How are we doing? Everything copacetic?
They say they talk about the Patriots streaking.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Patriots next, man. We got to talk about the Patriots. We have to talk about the Browns as well. Oh, we have to get into that. But right now, we're gonna get into the Eagles. How about them Eagles? Whew. How about those Eagles? Shout out to the Eagles getting it done. Man, how about the Eagles beating down the Giants? 38-20 in dominant fashion. Woo!
Did you expect that kind of game today?
Man, I was expecting a little more from Jackson Dart. I was expecting him to challenge the Eagles defense a little more than he did. Today was kind of a setback for him, although the Eagles defense is a talented defense. That presents a lot of different challenges, but I wanted to see him see what he did. But 246 yards of total offense, It's kind of expected when you're playing against the Eagles. You understand what I'm saying? Versus 427 yards of offense. And we all know Saquon Barkley went crazy. And 13 first downs versus 23 first downs. Well, we got 7. We got penalties, and then we got the third down. Third downs, Eagles has to do better, man. They were 2 for 8 converting third downs. Got to get better in that category. But overall, Eagles did their thing. Got the job done.
Not only Saquon did have 14 carries for 150 yards, but also Tank Bigsby, he had 9 carries for 104 yards, so 2 running backs with 100 yards. Last week they had 2 receivers with over 100 yards. It's like every week I don't know what they're going to do. It's like one week we will run the ball for 200 yards. Next week we go pass the ball for 300 yards. Like I don't know
what to get done some way somehow. Gonna find a way to win. That's what the Eagles about. Finding the way to win. Finding the way to win. And then we got Jalen Hurts, man. He threw for 179 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 75 completion percentage. And that's what it's about. It's not about stats for Jalen Hurts. Don't look at stats when you're comparing Jalen Hurts to all these other quarterbacks. Look at the win category. That's what Jalen Hurts is. He's about winning. And when Saquon Barkley is running how he did today, 150 yards on 14 carries before he left the game with an injury, man, the Eagles are hard to stop. And both running backs average 10 yards a carry. Like you said, Tank Bigsby and Saquon Barkley, they both average 10 yards a carry. And if Saquon Barkley doesn't get hurt and leave the game with an injury, and those carries that Tank Bigsby had, those would be Saquon Barkley carries. He would have had another 200-yard rushing game, and it would be back just like that. And he is back. Just the perfect time of the season. The middle of the season, head into the latter part of the season, and then the playoffs. So the Eagles are clicking. They're starting to hit on all cylinders, just how they need to be. Jackson Dart, man, he had a pretty average rookie game, throwing for, 193 yards. He had 193 yards, right?
Yep. No turnovers. Even though it was a turnover, but it wasn't a turnover.
Right. Yeah, he had 193 yards on 24 pass attempts. And he connected on 14 of those passes. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But New York had 100 yards rushing. That was the difference in this game tonight. Even though the Eagles aren't that good at rushing the passer right now, they aren't accumulating a lot of sacks. They're stopping the run. And that's just as good as getting to the quarterback. If you can't run the ball, it's easy to call the defense to stop the pass. You understand? And that 65-yard run for the touchdown in the first series set the tempo for the game, and the Eagles never looked back since. Saquon's first carry, that went down, that 65 yards. That was that set the tempo for the game right there. And life is much easier for Jalen Hurts when Saquon is running like that, man. When he's running the ball well and being and making those explosive plays, man. I don't understand. I don't see how you can beat the Eagles. I don't see how you will beat the Eagles. That allows Hurts to play his game when the running game is productive on that level. He doesn't have to try to force anything or make the plays to win the game. You understand just how Aaron Rodgers did tonight. He tried to will his team back, and he wasn't successful. What does that mean when Saquon Barkley is, catching fire, starting to catch fire and taking the Eagles running game to another level at this time during the season? What does that mean?
It just we seen what it did last year. Man, it just opened it up for everybody else. Like you basically pick your poison. You go to Dallas Goedert, you go to AJ Brown. AJ Brown didn't even play today. But go to Devontae Smith, Jahan Downs had a long pass today, and Jalen Hurts can run it himself as well. Like he hasn't done as much running this year as he done in the past years. But it's just like you got to pick your poison. Who you gonna stop? Like we gonna all stop Saquon? All right, we gonna give it to him. Or we gonna worry about the receivers this week? All right, we're just gonna run the ball. Like that makes the team dangerous when you got so many different options to win the game.
Complete team. It's a complete team that can win in any fashion. From throwing the ball, running the ball, playing physical, from defense just stopping teams. they can win in any fashion. And with all, with a team like this that can win so many different ways, and you got Saquon Barkley clicking on all cylinders or firing on all cylinders, I smell Super Bowl again. That's all I smell. I smell Super Bowl.
Saquon said he said after the game, he was like, if the game was like closer, he would have stayed in the games. He wasn't even that hurt. He just like basically let tank his carries.
Mm-hmm. Being cautious, it's a long season. That's a good thing. He understands it's a long season, right? And at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is just finding a way to win. We don't hear anyone talking about the talent he has around him, Jalen Hurts, as much as we did before. And is that still the case? Or was that just Cam Newton's opinion? Because like we said, it doesn't matter. He's getting it done. He's winning in any fashion. However he needs to win, he's winning. This was the only game Saquon went off like that. And it's something about the Giants. Maybe the Giants can just pass rush. They're a pass rushing team. That's what the Giants are. They're a pass rushing team who aren't who can't stop the run on a consistent basis how they need to. So if you want to beat the Giants, run the football and stay out of third down so they won't be able to unleash that front four and that pass rush on you.
That front four is definitely dangerous.
That front four is definitely dangerous, and they are coming, boy. And Saquon said, don't give the best running back title away just yet. Don't give it to Taylor up there in Indianapolis. Don't give it to Bijan Robinson just yet. It's too early in the season. It's just getting started.
Jonathan Taylor having a season. He out here scoring 3 touchdowns a game, every game.
It's tough, man. It's tough. And he isn't getting the recognition that, a Saquon Barkley or Bijan Robinson is getting, you know what I mean? Maybe he needs one of those primetime games, but Jonathan Taylor is playing amazing, man. And he's running, he is running the pigskin off the football. And he is one of the main reasons why the Indianapolis Colts is having so much success this season with Daniel Jones. We all know who Daniel Jones is, but that's the reason and most of the reason why Daniel Jones and the Colts are having success, But it was about that time, Saquon Barkley had a big game for the Eagles, man. And it's starting, man. And now these big games will continue. They'll multiply and compound, Because, before the night, it was starting to seem like Saquon was going to have less than 1,000 yards rushing this season. That's how down and out the running game was. Saquon was looking like a less than 1,000-yard running back this season in the 17-game season. That wouldn't have been good.
Getting one carry in the second half, they was giving him the ball, but I mean, I feel like they starting to learn what the offense is with Kevin Patullo. He struggled in the first few games. I feel like he's starting to get a feel of the game, starting to switch it up a little bit. Because what I know is at the beginning of the season, if he see one play work, he'll keep on doing it. Like he's trying to play, right? Like he did. Oh, it worked. I'm gonna try this again. Like no, man, this NFL. This stop playing checkers. Stop playing checkers, man. This is chess out here.
Yeah. And the refs also, man, in this game, the refs also saved a crucial play against the Eagles on a touchdown pass to Darius Slayton that would have changed the momentum of the game. You know what I mean? That was a huge play.
I don't feel like that was offensive. Yeah, I don't feel like that was offensive pass interference, honestly. Yeah. And I'm in the D-back. I'm on the D-back side.
I was surprised. I was surprised to see the referees make that call because we usually don't get calls like that. That's the life of a cornerback. We have to live with those none calls. And Quinyon Mitchell was lucky to get that call today. For some reason, the ref saw something that made him make that call, And that play could have turned the game around in the fourth quarter. I think it was the fourth quarter. And that could have switched the momentum, totally shift the momentum in the game. But got the call. And that's how it is. Y'all understand. You don't just win games and beat everybody in every aspect of the game when you're trying to make it to the Super Bowl. You got things like ref making calls that just fall in your way to help you get there. That's how things need to play out. That's why I say timing is important in the NFL. You don't just make it because your team is just good. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. But you need a lot of things to go your way, man. And the pressure, the pressure of the Eagles defense, I think they was effective tonight against Jackson Dart. He got to him 5 times, so they did their job. And I didn't realize Jalen Carter didn't register a sack until today. Today was his first sack of the season. And that came against Jackson Dart. And today was a sign that now the Eagles are rushing the passer better. They're understanding and getting things in place, or maybe just calling the right defenses to get to the quarterback, and that's crucial, heading into the playoffs and the latter part of the season for the Eagles. Got to get pressure on the quarterback. Got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Another thing is next week is the Eagles bye. Then you got Brandon Graham coming back after that, and also Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith been out the whole season with his been on IR with his injury. So that's 2 more edge rushers coming back that's get pressure on the quarterback. So it's like it's turning around.
Yeah, turn around a little bit. It's turning around a little bit. And Jackson Dart, man, let me tell you, Jackson Dart better learn how to get down or slide before he get his head taken off, man. He out there acting like a running back or something, trying to run people over every play or get the extra yardage for the first down. I understand. Right now, that's that rookie courage. He's playing with that rookie courage. And that rookie courage will get you hit up hard, man. So you got to watch out. He'll learn sooner or later. Yeah, it's most rookie quarterbacks when they get into the NFL. Got a lot of courage. You got a lot of courage until you knock it out of them, But shout out to Jackson Dart, man. He's going to be a elite quarterback in the league for years to come. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we got the Browns versus the Patriots. Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots. And what a surprise. The New England Patriots are looking better than ever. They look good today. Man, Cleveland Browns lost to the New England Patriots 32-13. 32-13, only 213 yards total offense for the Cleveland Browns. 422 yards of total offense for Drake May and the New England offense. They are looking good. 2 turnovers from both teams. The Patriots win in the first down categories with 23. Third down, got to do better. Both teams 3-11, 2 of 11. That's pretty much it. The time of possession didn't really make a difference, but it's a big difference right there. I see 36 minutes of time of possession compared to 23 minutes. Patriots dominated in that fashion. And what do you know, man? Drake May is looking great out there, man. And the Patriots may have found the perfect quarterback to fit in New England since the departure of Tom Brady. And if y'all ain't watched that game, man, Drake May is something to deal with. He threw for 283 yards, 3 touchdowns with 1 interception. And again, Dylan Gabriel almost passes for 45 passing attempts today. Jeez. And he finished with 156 yards passing, completing 21 out of 35-yard passing attempts. He didn't get to the 45 quite. He didn't get all the way to 45, but it was close. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And one of those touchdowns was a design play. Anybody could have threw that touchdown. It was a running back out of the backfield. No one covered him. It was easy throw and catch. All right, we give him his credit. Threw a touchdown. Threw 2 touchdowns. But he threw some ugly interceptions as well, boy. He threw some ugly interceptions. Jesus. And this was another suspect game for Dylan Gabriel and issues seen over the offensive line. Another suspect game. And he is still unable to provide anything significant at his position. Probably never will be able to provide anything significant to the quarterback position for the Browns or any team for that matter. And this isn't a shot at Dylan Gabriel or anything like this. Is just evaluating talent as we see. And since Quinshon Judkins isn't having a good game or can't produce how he usually produces, Dylan's options are very limited. Or should I say Kevin Stefanski options are very limited with Dylan Gabriel because Quinshon Judkins isn't getting 8 yards a pop.
9 carries for 19 yards.
9 carries for 19 yards. So that means everything is on the quarterback now. The quarterback has to make a play. He has to compensate for the lack of running game. Can Dylan Gabriel do that? Stefanski? I think that's what the first question that need to be brought up when Stefanski hits the podium next. If the running game isn't hitting on all cylinders, or Quinshon Judkins isn't getting 7 yards a pop or averaging 5 yards a carry, just make it plain and simple for Kevin Stefanski.
Mm-hmm.
Can Dylan Gabriel make up for the slack of a lack of a running game? And I want to see what Kevin Stefanski's answer would be. That is a really good answer to pose for Kevin Stefanski. If the running game is shot, can't get nothing going in the running game, can Dylan Gabriel compensate for the lack of running game? And I think not. Absolutely not. And I saw today the players' body language for the Browns. They are getting sick and tired of Dylan Gabriel at quarterback, not being able to produce anything for that offense.
It was a wasted game for Myles Garrett getting 5 sacks for no reason.
5 sacks. He is putting his heart and soul into the game, doing everything he need to do for the Cleveland Brown defense. And then he has to turn around and sit on the bench and watch Dylan Gabriel out there go get at quarterback on offense and do nothing. Down 23 points at the end of the third quarter, heading into the fourth. Myles Garrett is watching Dylan Gabriel still throw checkdowns. Anybody can see you not trying to win like that. You waiting on a miracle to happen. You trying to win throwing checkdowns down 23 points. The defense is watching that mess, knowing they don't have a chance. That's a horrible feeling, man. That's a horrible feeling. And the keys to victory is out, man. Once a team has to score, once a team has a 2-score lead against Dylan Gabriel, it's a 90% chance the Browns are not coming back. Because we know the ball is not going to be pushed down the field. All you can expect all game. The only thing to expect all game is quick passes and screen passes. No one expects a team to come back down 2 scores throwing checkdowns or screens. And it's so depressing, man, to play receiver for Cleveland, knowing the best chance to get the football is to catch a 5-yard hitch route.
Do you think like receivers or Myles Garrett gonna go up to the office like, listen, we need to make some changes at quarterback? You think they're gonna do that, or they just going to
I was thinking that same exact thing, bro. Because I would be that person. I wouldn't be able to take it no more. Instead of me driving myself crazy, throwing my helmet down out of frustration, I'm going to the head man in charge, and we're gonna have a talk about it. Same way I did with Donovan McNabb, and I didn't like the way that we was practicing. So I talked to coach, and everything changed because it's for the better. And the right person to go talk to Kevin Stefanski is no other than Myles Garrett. All Myles Garrett have to do is go have a one-on-one with Kevin Stefanski and discuss his displeasures with what he is seeing. Tell him he is not happy with the offense, particularly what is going on at the quarterback position. And I'm sure he will get an answer immediately. He will see things starting to change immediately because it hits different when your players come asking you about issues that pertaining to winning. And this is loud and this is easy to see. So expect that coming up this week, man. Expect something to change, even though it's a bye week. You have a long time to think about things, and Kevin Stefanski can draw it out as long as he want to. But you know the goal is to whatever to degrade or to devalue, should do as much as they can for some reason. I don't understand what is going on and who is behind this nonsense, but that's what's going on, you know. But on a positive note, you know, I'm trying to always find something positive in a negative. I did see Dylan Gabriel launch a pass down the field that had to be about 45 yards. I was surprised and I was happy at the same time. And of course, he had to roll out to the side that he was throwing the pass to take away from some of the distance so the pass can get down the football field. I guess that was a positive sign, you know.
Yeah.
But 21 yards was the most explosive player of the game. 21 yards, just like every other game. 21 yards, the most explosive play of the game. And of course, it came on a screen pass or a check down. Wasn't nothing Dylan Gabriel did special to make that 21-yard explosive play happen. And it's hard. Y'all understand? As an offensive coordinator for Kevin Stefanski, it's very hard to be that creative every week and find plays for Dylan Gabriel to execute. That has to be the biggest stress he's dealing with. Coming up with plays just for Dylan Gabriel so they can get something going. Then to make matters worse, Dylan throws the ball out of bounds while he is still in the pocket with no one in the area and gets an unforced safety called on him. Then he's looking crazy, like pointing to the refs like someone was actually over in the area and there was no one in the area. That probably was the play that set Myles Garrett off and caused him to start slamming his helmet on the sideline and losing his mind and being frustrated. That probably was the play. Like you said, 5 sacks. 5 sacks today and no chance to win. That feels horrible. That's like me picking off 3 passes, giving the offense back the football 3 times.
And still get blown out.
And we still don't have a chance to win, or we don't even score any points because of my interceptions. 3 times I give you all the football back in different parts of the football field. And I know Myles Garrett is just sick and tired of seeing that same performance from the offense over and over each and every week. But Drake May looked phenomenal today, boy. Drake May and the Patriots, they got something, man. And he is getting better and better each and every week. Quietly, Mike Vrabel is building a competitive team without big name players, and the Patriots the Patriots officially have a franchise quarterback. After a long time looking and searching and trying to replace Tom Brady, they finally landed a franchise quarterback. And I can't lie to y'all, I didn't believe in Drake May. Drake May is doing his thing, man, and he looked really good. Drake May looked great today, man. Drake May looked great. 282 yards, completing 18 out of 24 passes, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Yeah, Drake May. Drake May did his thing. And you know what that says to the NFL, particularly to the AFC East division?
It's some new boys in town.
It's a new head engine in town, man, in charge. Man. There's a new man in charge, man. And that doesn't sound good for Josh Allen. The AFC East is getting harder to conquer for Josh Allen and the Bills. And like I talked about, that window of opportunity is closing. That window of opportunity to win everything is closing. And it's a small window in NFL for every team. And for this subject, what we're talking about here, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. They may have missed that chance, that small window of opportunity. It doesn't come around easy and often. They may have missed it.
And they already went there and beat them in Buffalo, so they already got one leg up on them.
And they're already ahead in the division already, just like that. And it's that it seems like, those days are coming to an end. Drake Mayer's in town, and he has a great coaching staff. He has a great quarterback coach, and they're building a team with not just superstars. You had to have your role players and everybody there, everybody in the right position to do their job. The Patriots are the top dog in the AFC East, and the Bills have dominated that for years, man. So shout out to the Patriots. You know, with Drake May, the Patriots are starting to look like the New England Patriots team did when they had Brady. You know what I mean? That's what it's starting to look like. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But if y'all don't understand what was happening with the Cleveland Browns, or don't understand what's happening, let's get into it. Check them out. Do again some practice reps. They evaluate, should do it before the game. You got coaches, you got trainers, you got all type of people out there. Evaluating, should do it before the game. What is this all about?
That means this time is coming.
That means this is the way you get inactive for the game. And when I tell you, I can't make this shit up, man. I can't make this up, man.
Well, they trying to say he got an injury.
Exactly. And if you haven't heard, on Friday, just 2 days before game day, Kevin Stefanski announces Bailey Zappi will be elevated from the practice squad because Shedeur is feeling tightness in his back.
From doing what? Holding the clipboard?
From doing what? You hit it right on the head. Now Shedeur was ruled out for today's game against the Patriots. Maybe he was an emergency quarterback situation, whatever. I don't know. But whatever was going on, it's not looking good. Kevin Stefanski forced to change quarterback depth chart again as Shedeur Sanders suffers third injury setback. It's crazy. The Cleveland Browns just can't catch a break at quarterback this season. One of the biggest questions coming in was whether rookie fifth round Shedeur Sanders would get his shot to start. But now things have taken another turn. A post on X revealed the Browns, Shedeur Sanders, will be listed as questionable with a back injury for the Patriots game. And Bailey Zappi will be elevated off the practice squad. Can't make this up. According to Mary Kay Cabot, Sanders' back tightened up after the team's Week 8 prep, prompting the Browns to elevate Zappi from the practice squad. This marks Sanders' third injury setback of his short rookie season.
That's crazy. That's crazy right there. They talking about, man, back was stiff.
They are doing everything in their power to stop Shedeur from getting on their field. I'm talking about everything in their power. First, he was dealing with arm soreness. Then the oblique injury came out of nowhere. Now he's talking about tightness in his back. Too tight to get on the football field. Too tight to be a backup quarterback. A tight back is stopping a young rookie athlete in his rookie season from getting on the football field. Just think about that.
And ain't no way Shador went over there and said, "Yeah, my back a little tight. I don't know if I can go today." Ain't no way he said that himself.
Exactly.
Ain't no way he said that.
Just think about that. Just think about that. Shador can't even get treatment these days now that he has a chance to get on the football field, because soon as he go gets treatment, Stefanski will use that as an opportunity to say Shador is being held out of games for cautionary reasons because his back is tight. He probably was getting treatment on his back as a normal treatment day. And now all of a sudden he has to be held out of the game, inactive, an emergency situation, whatever the case may be. Man, this is crazy.
For sure.
This is crazy. And my thoughts at first when Kevin Stefanski leaked Shador will start at least 4 games no matter what were to get in front of bitch and Dylan Gabriel because of a bad game. Now I see this was a play just to calm the heat down that's coming his way of the handling of Shador Sanders, because this is just totally unnecessary. Meanwhile, Dylan Gabriel looking like cow manure on the football field. Straight cow manure. Stefanski know he will have to bench Dylan Gabriel sooner rather than later, possibly in the next game. They lucky they have a bye week, boy. And when he benches Dylan Gabriel, that forces Shador on the football field. Today was a possibility. And it looks like Kevin Stefanski doesn't even want to make it possible that he has to put Shador in the game at any moment, at any time. And I thought Stefanski surrendered to this whole Shador and Dylan Gabriel competition thing. Nope, he's still with the BS. Because he has to ride with Dylan Gabriel. He has to ride with Dylan Gabriel because that's his pick. He chose to draft Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. Dylan Gabriel's attached to him forever as a 3rd round pick. And I think the plan is to start Shador towards the end of the season. When the season is over and Stefanski doesn't have any other options or any he has to start him at that point, right? Mm-hmm. No other options left. Waiting to start Shador the last 4 games on purpose shows Stefanski doesn't want Shador to have an opportunity to make his stamp in this league. If that's the case, if he's only going to start the last 4 games of the season, Stefanski is probably planning to make the last 4 seasons of the season for the Browns opportunity games. Anybody ever heard of what opportunity games mean?
What's that?
That's when the second stringers and third stringers get a chance to show what they can do. At the same time, opportunity games can devalue a player, making the expectation seem if the player isn't a part of any plans moving forward or just not there yet, you know? Mm-hmm. Just an opportunity game. It doesn't even sound right. And I don't know if this is more about Dylan Gabriel being protected or it has to do with the Browns independently, or is it the NFL not wanting Shador Sanders to be a star? I'm so confused. Is it more to do with Dylan Gabriel, or the NFL doesn't want Shador Sanders to become the star he's supposed to become?
I don't know. I just think it's the Browns, man. They had 300 quarterbacks in the last 10 years. so I don't just think they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
At this point, man.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Joanna, man. She always showing love and showing up and showing out, man. The Browns are clowns, right? That rhymes. The Browns are clowns. And I can't protect and hide it anymore. And I have to just say, man, yes, the Browns, they are looking like clowns, man. Shout out Joanna for that shout out, man. Yes, the Browns are looking terrible. Horrible, man. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And what they are doing to Shador is just horrific, diabolical.
Something we never seen before.
Something you never seen before, man. The man just want to play, right? It's one thing. I get my opportunity and I'm out there. I'm showing what I can do, and I just don't have what it takes. I just fail at every opportunity I get. It's another thing that you don't even give the opportunity. That hurts more than anything. Just at least let me see if I'm capable. If I see that I'm not capable, I can deal with that. But if I don't ever get the chance to see that, whether or not I'm capable or not,
that's way worse.
That's way worse, man. And you have to live for that the rest of your life, man. And man, you know, whoo, man. Shout out to Stuart Sanders, man. He is tougher than a lot of us mentally, man. Because a lot of us couldn't deal with what he's going through and dealing with on a consistent basis daily, man. And he's taking it with his chin up, head high, chest out, and you know he's not even letting it fade him. So. Shout out to Shador, man. Shout out to Shador, a real one holding it down and keeping it G while all this nonsense is going on. All this nonsense is going on. What is the chat saying about Shador, man? What is the chat talking about when it comes to Shador Sanders? Anything? Ain't got nothing going on, huh? Too much. All right, let's get into the last topic of the night, man. Colorado football, man. Oh, man, Colorado football. It wasn't Colorado football. Man, they're taking 2 steps backwards, man. Take one step forward, and they take 2 steps back. And that game was embarrassing last night, losing to Utah 53-7, man. 53-7, that was an embarrassing game for Colorado, Coach Brian, and anyone that is associated with Colorado Buffaloes. Caden Brown threw for, not Caden Brown. Caden Salter threw for 37 yards. Can y'all believe that? Caden Salter threw for 37 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That is an awful game right there. He was sacked for so many negative yards. His rushing total ended with 14 carries and a -4 rushing yards. That's just pathetic. And Coach Prime has some tough decisions ahead of him, man. Things are looking bad for Colorado, how they were manhandled by Utah. Can't keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. That's insanity, right? Ain't that what we call insanity? And, you know, I don't know what changes need to be made, whether it's on offense, defense, special team, the coaching staff, or wherever, but something has to change. And from the looks of it, of watching that game last night, you know, the coaching had a lot to do with that, man.
It was 40.
Huh?
No, it was 43-0 at halftime.
43-0 at halftime. And Coach Prime, he was expecting a good game from his team, the way they prepared and how they, you know, prepared for this game against Utah, watching film, having, you know, 2 weeks of practice, coming back off a bye week. He was very excited. And his words are coming back to bite him. You know, his words are coming back to bite him. Coach Prime, you know, he ain't scared to say what needs to be said or say what he think needs to be said. You know what I mean? Ahead of the game last night against Utah, Coach Prime hoped to beat the Utes by a greater margin than Colorado beat Utah last season, in which the score was 49-21. And Coach Prime just doesn't have the same team he had last season. Nothing is the same from this season compared to last season. The consistency, the players, the passing game, the speed, nothing. And Coach was expecting to dominate Utah like he did last year. But no. Nope.
Yeah, that was bad, man. I actually had to turn it off. I was like, I started feeling too bad out there, man.
But check this out. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders send bold challenge to Utah. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. I don't know why they add their name in there. You believe the thing about it is we played this team a year ago and we were successful. Let's start right there. We believe, Sanders said this week, per the Denver Gazette. It's not like we're going into the game not believing that we can win because we've done it. We're going to try our best to do it again with a greater margin. That's the game plan. That's how we go about it. They're a good team, well coached, and I love everything about the team. But we're going in there with one thing in mind, and that's to come out dominant. Coach Prime ain't scared to say what needs to be said or say what he think needs to be said.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Prime is confident about the team, but he has to understand the team isn't the same as last year. So that confidence has to grow with the team, right? That's how I feel about it. Let that confidence grow on you, coach, before you come out swinging with this team as if this team is good as the team you had last year. Defense can't stop anything. They can't stop the pass. They can't stop the run.
It was looking too easy out there, man.
Nothing can be stopped. And that fake punt was the tell all, right? That told me right there, they're being outcoached by the Utah Utes. And coaching is an issue right now for Colorado. And yeah, they got to make some changes, man. I don't know where they're going to make those changes at, but Coach Prime has a lot of digging and a lot of soul searching to do. And the way Colorado started that game was horrible. Horrible start against Utah. The first two plays of the series for Utah goes for 75 yards and a touchdown. The first two plays. Then Caden Salter started the game slow, like he normally does. Missing routine throws and taking sacks for huge losses. Can't win like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of big plays Colorado gave up on defense looked like it was 7-on-7 out there.
Too easy.
7-on-7, man.
Long runs with a running back not even getting touched. No one not even there.
Too many plays giving up over 20 yards. Too many explosive plays. Can you believe Colorado gave up 7 plays over 20 yards? And I think it was 2 or 3 plays over 50 yards. You're not going to win like that. The first touchdown of the game went for like 65 yards. The quarterback ran for a touchdown. And Caden Salter at quarterback, with him at quarterback, it's hard to win. It's hard to win with Caden Salter at quarterback on a Division I level. Or is Pat Schumer the problem? Is it Caden Salter or Pat Schumer? Or is it a combination of both of them?
Yeah, I seen Caden Salter miss some wide open people on the blitzes. Man to man, got blitzes coming, people running free, and don't even see them.
You know,
identifying where the pressure coming from and who to open the hot route is, man.
Yeah. whatever the case may be, they don't complement each other. I tell you that. They both make each other look bad. No one makes each other look good. They don't complement each other at all. No one, Caden doesn't make Pat Schumer offense look better, and Pat Schumer doesn't make Caden look any better. So it's just a bad relationship. And yeah, man, say what needs to be said. Sunday night vibes. And Coach Prime, man, I want to see how he moves going forward. And he's been put to the test as a coach right now, and you got to see how he conquers this situation and figure out how he's going to resolve these issues. Because there's a lot of issues right now, Colorado Buffaloes, and we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he'll figure it out. But yeah, man, safe travels back when you head back to Florida. I know you're heading back in the morning, man. Philadelphia Eagles did their thing. They got that victory tonight. A couple hours, all right? You gonna
Yep.
sleep good on that night, ain't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Philadelphia Eagles did their night, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Yeah, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow night. I sure wish Jaden Daniels was playing against Patrick Mahomes tomorrow, but we gotta see Jaden Daniels back up, go toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes, and we'll see. We'll see how they do.
It was a former number 1 pick.
Yeah, it's for a number 1 pick. I know. I hear you. I hear you. We'll see. We'll see how you get it done. But Sunday night vibes, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. It was great rocking with y'all. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out. I had another one come through, man. Let me Bills put up 40, man. Yeah, Bills did their thing, man. Bills did their thing. But who are they playing against, Juan?
The Panthers.
Who are they playing against? Come on, Bills put up 40. Do you really want to hang your hat on the Bills putting up 40 against the Bills? I mean, against the Panthers. Do you really want to feel like the Bills can do something against the Patriots, man? You really thinking that, man? The Patriots already handled the Bills. Mm-hmm. But make sure you come back to say what needs to be said the second time they play this season, because I got faith in Drake May, Mike Vrabel, and Josh McDaniels. My faith no longer. I have no more faith in the Bills, Josh Allen, and Josh McDaniels, man. I mean, not Josh McDaniels.
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott, yeah. Sean McDermott. I no longer have no faith in those guys. So, but it was fun rocking out with y'all tonight, man. It was sad to go, but we got to go because we got to get some rest and reset. And do it all over again tomorrow, man. Y'all know how it goes. So y'all be fun. Sure. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all tell the subscribe button out. Y'all know we need to push this out to the algorithm. They're being a little selfish now these days in the algorithm. There's a lot of wannabes out here trying to say what needs to be said and have these shows. They don't say what needs to be said from their heart. They're hearing what they need to say, and then they come say what needs to be said. But I'm your boy, Asante, Mr. Pick 6 Samuel.
It's your boy, 2-3 Drees.
And we're going to see y'all tomorrow night, baby. We are